Hi, and welcome back to another Monday morning mentoring. Today I want to talk about regrets and taking your health for granted. If this is the first time we're meeting, hey, I'm Stefana Johnson, and I work with busy executives and busy professionals who want to drop the extra weight. They want to look and feel amazing, and as a result of having renewed energy and confidence, they skyrocket their performance and their productivity and just do better in life. So regrets are really an interesting thing. I will tell you, I've never in my 30 years ever had a client tell me they regretted starting a training program with me or getting out and exercising or doing something to improve their nutrition or basic lifestyle things. Maybe even getting more sleep or having improving their water, things that are so simple and seemingly so mundane. On the other side of the coin, though, I hear far too often the regret of not doing something, of not taking action earlier. Because it's really easy to get into full-on, I've got to get things done, I'm a busy professional, I am a leader, I can't take time for myself, I'm responsible for countless people and this entire organization and the profit of the company, and they find themselves essentially in this momentum where they're burning the engine and there's no reserves left because they're using up their reserves. And what's really interesting is if you can reverse that back and actually, instead of going and burning out your reserves, you actually can build and replenish on a day-to-day basis, you are going to be by far more productive. And you're going to perform better, and you're going to have more energy and confidence, and you'll have what you need to bring to your work, to bring to your leadership and the things that you have to show up in your work for. But you will have the energy and the wherewithal left for the things that are truly important in your life. And that is the relationships. That is the relationship with yourself. That is your ability to show up with energy and zest and hope to your relationships. And you don't have to forego them. You don't have to forego the richness of a healthy life in order to go and build an extremely successful company or extremely successful career. In fact, it should go hand in hand. And while this would seem really common sense, what I find is, and what I hear from clients who've come to me in their 40s, approaching their 50s, and they realize that they have taken for granted their basic health, their basic ability to climb stairs, go up and down stairs and get in and out of a car or get in and out of a boat, when they're playing golfing or, so simple things that we would think are really those special moments, but they've at some point become something you've taken for granted. Getting out of bed and not feeling in pain, not needing to have a stimulant when you wake up in order to get revved up in the morning. You should naturally have cortisol coming through your system that is natural. Cortisol should be coming to you in the morning, should be there in the morning in your system and your hormones. That's what helps us get up in the morning and do things and be active. We don't need to rely on stimulants, or we shouldn't be relying on stimulants. And the same thing on the other end of the spectrum at the evening time, where at the end of the work you need to shut off your brain, so you take something that shuts off your brain or shuts off or shuts down those senses. Well, at some point you're going to find that that everything you've done to plow through your life and build your business and be successful, and those things that we've used as crutches to get us through the day are now going to be what's actually destroying you from the inside out. And this is so deeply sad to me. because it doesn't have to be that way. And I think it's a really important piece of what we have to come to terms with is that the physical health, the body, your mind, these are things that do need to be cared for, do need to be, taken care of. They are something that you have to spend the time and the energy doing. And if you're not willing to do it, meaning you're not willing to go in the kitchen and cook something or make something that is nourishing to you, and you've worked really hard to build a business, then you need to hire someone to do that for you so that you don't have to spend maybe an hour a day handling your foods. Certainly not going through a drive-through. That's not a choice you want to do, especially if you're a high-powered professional and you're spending and dealing with millions of dollars or even billion-dollar business. Why would you tank yourself when you are the goose, right? You're the goose that laid the golden egg, so to speak. And so why would you go and kill the goose or diminish the capacity of that goose? I want to paint this picture, but I want to inspire you also to take action and to know that you are worth it. Your body is something that can actually support you in showing up so that you are energized. And when you're physically depleted and you don't look good and you don't feel good, that is a reflection of what's going on the inside, mentally as well. Your ability to focus, your ability to make decisions is diminished. So just imagine if you were to shift just a few things, and instead of taking for granted that this body is going to keep working for you and your mind is going to keep working for you at a high level, and you decide that, you know what, this is the most important investment of my life. And it's the same thing with, I look at the leaders who will invest in their teams, physical well-being, mental well-being, emotional well-being. All of it goes hand in hand. They are not separate. They are all integrated. And when you invest in them in that way, watch the productivity soar, watch the performance, the creativity, the collaboration, the inspiration soar, and see the overall results, the bottom line. If you want to look at the monetary profit, but also look at the other pieces that are metrics that you can absolutely measure when you dial in just a few pieces of these health components, and know that it's not a luxury. It's something that absolutely you want to be investing in and not taking for granted to ensure that you, as the leader, as the busy executive, is fostering in yourself first and then in your teams and leading that way. So that's what I wanted to say today. That is the Monday morning mentoring, and I want to look at this week for you. What does it look like for you so that if you fast forward a year, 5 years, if you keep doing the same things you're doing today, are you going to regret that you didn't get outside and walk or drink some water instead of the next cup of coffee or the next stimulant? These are so simple. They may seem mundane, but this is what makes or break and compounds issues. If we can just do these simple things, and that's what I do day in, day out. It's what I'm passionate about, so that you don't regret and you don't take for granted this amazing, truly amazing, and I want to say beautiful body that you have, that houses and helps make so much possible. So when your body is doing well and your brain is aligned and you're focused, you are just going to perform so much better. And that's what I'm passionate about. I would love to support you in that. If you need any help there, please reach out to me. Get a time on my calendar, stephana.net, stephana.net. It's private, it's confidential, there's no strings attached, but let's dial in a couple of things. You'll leave 15 minutes later having something that you can actually implement immediately that will likely be a catalyst to improving everything in your life. All right, have a great week. I'll talk to you next time.